Kids are back in school and I'm back for season 3. It's a good summer, seemed kind of long though. Anyway, back in New York for the fall. Weather's beautiful, as it usually is in the fall here. And we're heading off again to explore the city. Today, to kick off season 3, we're gonna head back downtown, fill in a little gap that we left along the Hudson River. We're gonna go to Robert F. Wagner Park, which was under construction the last time we were down there. It's between Lower Battery Park City and Battery Park. And remember, Battery Park's been under construction for a while. And last time we were there, Wagner Park was under construction, but it reopened this summer. So we're gonna go down and check it out. If you're just finding this channel, I pick out places in New York to go explore, and I take you with me. So we're gonna head down to Wagner Park in the southern tip of Manhattan. Let's go. They closed the place where I always get on the subway. They're putting in elevators or something. Get across the street now. Out of the subway, Bowling Green, Battery Park's over that way. Actually, Bowling Green's over there, but the subway station's right there. Today was one of those days where the subway was really crowded. I don't usually show that because I don't like to film people on the subway, but it was, standing shoulder to shoulder with everybody all morning. But here we are. The old customs house is right here. Now it's the Smithsonian Museum of the American Indian. It's under construction. They're working on it. And then the actual Bowling Green Park is back here, oldest park in New York City. I think it dates back to 1773, but it's somewhere around there if I don't have that date correct. Anyway, we've been down here before. Check that out if you haven't seen it. There's the bowl. There's usually a huge line of people waiting to touch the bowls. So we're trying to work our way over to the Hudson. There's this one bridge that goes across the highway. This is the entrance to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, which may have a different name now, but I don't know. Look at that sweet Art Deco clock. I like that. There it is. It's the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel, but it says Brooklyn Battery Tunnel underneath it. 75 years old. Cool. I didn't mean to go that way. I'm gonna backtrack and see if I can cut across up here. We're back down at South Cove Park, which is at the bottom of Battery Park City. We did Lower Battery Park City in another episode. Check out that episode if you haven't seen it yet. The difference is when we were here last time, there was a wall there because they were working on Wagner Park, but now Wagner Park's open, so we're gonna keep going. Now we're into all new territory. Welcome to Robert F. Wagner Park. So this park wraps around. I think there's some more interesting stuff to see over there, but we're working our way down to Battery Park, which is in that direction. You see Statue of Liberty out there, Ellis Island's right next to it, and then New Jersey's over there. Maybe you can see the Colgate clock. You can also see Governor's Island right over there. We've been there a couple times. Check out those episodes if you haven't seen them. One of the reasons that they updated this area and had this closed for a while is they raised all of this about 9 feet. I think it was 11 feet off the water, and now it's 20 feet off the water. That's part of this bigger construction project in the whole of the southern tip of Manhattan to raise all the land to protect against the sea level rise. It's higher now. So remember, this park, as well as all the rest of Battery Park City, is built on landfill from when they built the World Trade Center. When they excavated that site, they dumped it all in the Hudson River and created what's now Battery Park City. So this park opened first in 1996. It closed in 2023 and was under construction until last summer. It was under construction until it's still under construction, but technically it opened last summer again, 2025. The park itself is named after Robert F. Wagner Jr., who helped negotiate the master plan for Battery Park City in 1979. Unfortunately, he died suddenly in 1991. Didn't get to see the park, but it's named after him. Almost at the bottom of the park here. There's the nice view Statue of Liberty there. And right behind me, they built this pretty cool viewing platform. Sort of a raked area where you can sit and just look out over the harbor. The park's open, but they're still working on some stuff. Sign says restaurant coming soon, so there's that. You can even see all the way out to the Verrazano Narrows Bridge out there. We've been there. Check out that episode if you haven't seen it. We saw these sculptures before the last time we were down here in lower Battery Park City. They had moved them over to that other part of the park while they worked over here. Now they've moved them here. Down at this end of the park, you got the Museum of Jewish Heritage right there. So they're still working on all that, so you can't go through that way. We'll walk around and see if we can come back up the other side. That's a negative. Still working on this end. We'll have to walk back around. But here you can see Pier A, which looks like they're renovating also. This is the building that's got Pier A, North River written on it, because this used to be the North River before they started calling it the Hudson River. That's cool. So the Battery Park construction, I think part of it is supposed to be done right about now, but the next phase of it is supposed to be done in like a year or two. The time we went to Battery Park a couple of years ago was right before they started the big part of the construction. And all last year it was under construction. And now I think parts of it are open, but not all of it. And I don't want to go back and show it to you again until it's all finished. So that may be next year. I don't know. Yeah, they're still working on it. Looks like that's going to go all the way through over to where we were a few minutes ago. What's kind of cool is all these bench seats are totally accessible because there's a ramp that kind of switchbacks its way all the way up through all the benches up to the top where that to-be restaurant will be. In New York Harbor, look at that. It's a beautiful day too. All right, well, this is the new, almost completed Robert F. Wagner Park. It's better than it was when you couldn't get into it because there was a wall around it, but it'll be even better when they're done. So I'm gonna head back around the front where we were just a little bit ago, and then down to Battery Park, back to the Bowling Green subway. All right, deja vu, back this way one more time. This time we're gonna keep going. It's a quick trip, this first trip back. I got a whole list of places we're gonna go this year, and I am excited to start again. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me a lot if you like the videos. Give them a thumbs up. Glad to be back in New York, ready to go again. interesting thing down here. These were all the offices for the steamship lines. So you can still see over the doors. One of the entrances is for first class, and you got cabin class over there. It's pretty cool. I wasn't paying attention and just smacked my leg on the turnstile coming out of the subway. But anyway, I'm back up to the east side. Excited to be back for a third year of exploring New York City with you all. Be sure to check out all the rest of the episodes already on the channel, Up to the East Side on YouTube. Like and subscribe and look for new episodes every Friday. Thanks for coming with me to explore New York City. I'll see you next time.